Doc Vince. How's it going?
How's it going? It's been a while, Dr. Tammy.
Oh, yes, it's been a minute. And for those of you who are our audience and follow us and have been tuning into this particular show in the past,
Mm,
we're back.
we're back. And we're going to discuss or talk about several things, especially, we are ICOR BP here in the block, International Council of Registered Blockchain. And the thing is, like, blockchain, what's going on?
Yeah.
And the difference, like, 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
is there an evolution? And how do we see blockchain at
Yeah.
present? So,
Yeah, it's been an interesting 5 years. I think I can honestly say since the pandemic, like even a little bit before, but definitely since then, it's been interesting in the blockchain space. And y'all, welcome. Make sure you say hello to us in the comments. Make sure that you tell us where you're joining us from. And ask questions. Like if you have questions or anything, put them in the comments. I am Dr. Tammy. I am so happy to be here. And I love that Dr. Vince and I get to have these conversations
mm,
around the blockchain. And we like to talk about, like, one, how can you get involved and learn more, how, the use cases, like ways you can use it,
mhm.
and of course, how it applies to your life. Like, what does this mean for me? Like, how can I use it? And so I think today's episode is really going to highlight some things that just pay attention to and join us again because we're going to be talking about those throughout this season. And so I'm really excited about some of the guests that we'll have and some of the conversations we'll have around all things blockchain.
All things
Got
blockchain.
this?
Yes, yes, yes. So let me start with this. Ho- Blockchain 5 years ago, how does
Mm.
it differ from, what have you noticed with blockchain before and how it evolved to what's going on at present?
Ooh, and we want y'all to put that in the comments. Like, y'all make sure you put your answers in the comments, whether you're live or on the replay, because I want to hear your comments. Because we're just throwing out our opinions today. So we'll
Mhm.
get technical in another episode. But for me, I think what I've seen as far as the shift, especially in the
Mhm.
last 5 years. I remember initially it was this big push for cryptocurrency and this digital currency, and everybody was doing that. And then there was those of us who were like, wait a minute, but it's built on the blockchain. That's one of many use cases. And
Mhm.
so those of us started champion blockchain, and then more people started getting interested in blockchain, talking about blockchain. There was courses on blockchain, and it rose, right, to people's awareness a little
Mhm.
more than it did initially. Even though you can't have one without the other. Like you can't have cryptocurrency. Well, I guess
Right.
you could, but it's not the safest and secure. But I think that was kind of the thing that it was, ooh, get the bag, get the bag, get the
Mhm.
bag, make the money. And then it was like, wait, this is built on the blockchain. Like there are other use cases. There are so many industries, healthcare, supply chain, like education. There's all these industries that you could utilize it and it helps, right? The people they serve, their stakeholders, it helps what they're doing. And then it
Dr.
kind of
Tammy,
went quiet.
wait, I'm gonna give you the whole screen because you know what happened? I'm here in my house, somebody's knocking at the door. So go ahead, please. I'm gonna respond to them quickly as I could.
That's
I see.
fine.
Sorry about that, but I'll be back.
It's all good. Y'all, this is real time. This is real life. But I think around, then I think when, around 2022, right before that, blockchain kind of went quiet and the things that we were hearing about blockchain went quiet. And then what happened? December 2022, artificial intelligence. And I think now that's kind of stuck around. I mean, we're in 2025. So that's been a minute that explosion has just taken over and people have really gotten into it and have really embraced artificial intelligence. And I think blockchain is now pushed back again. But I see that 2025 is time for us to start thinking about what it means for all these technologies to come together. Like, what does it look like when we are utilizing all of these technologies. And so I know one of the conversations that we have on our list is this convergence of
Hmm.
chain and AI. So I think 2025, we're going to be start thinking about how are these technologies layered? How are these emerging technologies connected? How can you best use them? And they complement each other, and looking at those ways. So I'm really excited about that. But I think that has been the shift for me. Cryptocurrency, blockchain,
Yep.
then cryptocurrency, and then AI. And then it's AI, AI, AI. And then December, January of this year with the change of administration, cryptocurrency, digital currency. So it's really interesting how that's happening. So that's my take on it, Doc Vince.
Yeah, you got Bitcoin reserve. We're expecting Bitcoin to go to the moon. We have a president who has a meme coin. Then a first lady has a meme coin, and everyone is into cryptocurrency. But uh, it slammed, it crashed, prices go down.
Well, and I forgot, Doug Vince, in my talking about the shifts, I forgot there was that when the cryptocurrency took off again
Mm,
after blockchain it was those EFTs, right? Remember that happened in what 2024? I forgot about that. Like that was really big, and that kind of took
ETFs.
over the conversation.
Are you talking about ETFs?
ETF, sorry. Yes, that. Get my letters in the right order. But
Yes,
those
ma'am.
things took off, and I think that's what really like. So I think that was something else that kind of drove the conversation for a minute. Like it was
Yes.
AI, then it was ETFs, and then it was right.
Yes,
So
because you got Bitcoin ETF, you got Ethereum ETF, and what really push it are the should I say the big players, the smart
mhm.
money coming in. You have the investors, main investors, who who finally, or maybe they already knew, go went into ETFs. Considering you have BlackRock, you have Chase, JP Morgan, who who dig deep into this, not just purely cryptocurrency, but mainstream ETFs. And that's where most people are driven into, okay, I think Bitcoin is already here, it has arrived. But one thing that has, I guess, one bottleneck of cryptocurrency other than the blockchain is the SEC regulation with the Ripple XRP case. With that itself, it's left hanging, and I guess that's one of the reasons why people are not that enthusiastic much, because if there's too much stimulus out there, apparently it dies down. It's not sustainable. It's like, okay, I got my it's like I'm stimulated by this, but too much of that and nothing happens, the price is still down. Okay, what's going on here? And that's what's going on with cryptocurrency. But blockchain itself, um
Is it
for
is
me, the
still
shift.
relevant? Do you think it's still relevant and people are still talking about it and people are still
Yes.
interested and value it for what it is? Do
Yes,
you think
because
so?
when AI came in, people forget about blockchain. That's how I see it, though. It's
Yeah,
like, where
I
did
agree.
blockchain go? It's like you got a few seconds of fame of blockchain, wherein, okay, it's used for supply chain because it's immutable, it's so and so, blah blah blah, transparent. And then AI came in, and boom, suddenly you don't see much of blockchain. But there are a lot of use cases at present. We really don't know, or should I say mainstream people doesn't know the applications, or blockchain is already been used mainly on supply chains. And there are a lot of use cases wherein blockchain is implemented. And I guess people are not interested with that. It's because I don't know why, but for us as blockchain maxi, not Bitcoin maxi, we see the
Is
value.
that a thing, Doc Vince?
I'm sorry, is it a thing?
Yeah, are we gonna start calling ourselves blockchain maxi? Is that
Well,
a thing? I'm thinking, hmm. I, I love it.
I don't know. Since we're ICOR BP representing blockchain, I could say that I'm not. I'm speaking for myself. I'm a
Yeah.
blockchain Nazi because everything is right there. Currently, we're working on patient health information and having the power of the patient itself on their data, and that's where
Yeah.
blockchain really uh, shines. And that's the reason why I'm really into blockchain. But going to AI, there are several things that I want to share with you, and you did touch on this. It's the convergence of AI in blockchain, the integration even of artificial intelligence going to agentic uh, AI agents.
Mm,
Then
yeah.
there's the legislative focus on cryptocurrency. So people are waiting for this Ripple thing,
Mm.
because once we have clarity on what cryptocurrency is, then I would see, I guess, a big parabolic bull run on
Mm.
crypto, and at the
Mm.
same time, a legislative focus on the ethical things about artificial intelligence. And we did discuss about this, like, will the AI go rogue? What will happen, right? And two more things that I want to share:
Okay.
the blockchain's role in digital identity verification,
Oh, yes.
because China, as you will know, they had this new AI, and they officially launched China real name decentralized identification system. They call it China
Mm.
Real DID at a
Yeah.
national level. So it's not just software applications. Now it's the ministry is using blockchain
Mhm.
for digital identification. It's like, wow, this is big. Blockchain and AI convergence, and I'm sure you heard about this: RWAs, real world assets.
Yes.
And I guess that's where I see blockchain is,
Mm.
and that's where it's going. And now we have our guest for today, and I'm gonna bring in here, and
Um,
you're gonna talk about the convergence and convergence of blockchain and artificial intelligence. So I'll give the
well,
floor.
well, well. I think what we should do is maybe end this episode
Mhm. I'm sorry. And this
because we're
episode,
live.
yes,
Because we're live.
we gotta end this episode, and we're gonna share a new link to our guest, because we did it live. We
We went
started it
live.
like
So what
30
we'll do
minutes
is so
ago.
make sure you check out the next episode. The next episode we will have a guest and we will be talking about
Right,
the
right, right, right.
courses that are coming up that one of our partners we
Mm-hmm,
have that will be offered that is really going to touch on this convergence between blockchain and AI. So we invite you to follow the block, to stay connected with the block, because
mm-hmm,
the block, what we'll do is we'll bring conversations around all things blockchain, and we'll talk about exactly what Doc Vince was just talking about. How does it relate to you? How does it how does it connect? What are these real world assets? Or what are some use cases, like the use cases in the real world use cases and how it applies? Like, let's make it real, let's make it plain, because people are really using it. We're making a shift with all of these things, and so we want to have those conversations. So make sure you come back. Join us. Stay tuned. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And in the comments, tell us, one, have you seen the shift when it comes to blockchain? And two, what do you predict for the future? What should we pay attention to in the future? We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us on another episode of The Block. I am Dr. Tammy, and this is my partner in crime,
Doc Vince. See
Dr.
you
Viv.
when I see you on the next one.
On the
Don't
next.
go, Dr. Tammy, and
We'll
our
do.
guest.
This blockchain continuing education program is brought to you by our major sponsors: HTML Coin, Utility Coin Beyond the Hype; Autash University, your online school in the fourth industrial revolution; Libra Codes, take control on your NFT creation. and Credence Hub, verified credentials, anytime, anywhere. We also would like to thank our partners,